Hello everyone, my name's Dean. Let's talk crypto. This is where you subscribe for daily Bitcoin updates and technical analysis. We track the price of Bitcoin as a proxy for the cryptocurrency markets at large. Today is September 13th, 2021, and Bitcoin is looking scary. Not scary good, like scary. People are getting nervous, and with good reason. So here we are. We're still in our accumulation zone. We're still in our trading range that we've been trading in since the drop on September 7th. And this trading range has since been characterized by slow, deliberate price action, very bearish price action. We had some bullish patterns printed, but a lot of rejections, a lot of kind of 2% crashes. And we just got, interestingly enough, one of the most bullish signals yet. What am I talking about? Ironically, this candle right here. So I'm on the 15-minute charts because stuff is going down now. So we need to see really, meticulous, precise price action. We're going to zoom out in a second, but let's see. Okay, this 30-minute candle, huge candle in 30 minutes showed, actually, let's see, it's probably an hour. Yeah, it's about an hour candle to the downside after what happened? First, we went up, we were kind of in this range. We have a horizontal trading range, which usually signifies a reversal of sorts. And we were pumping. We had a really nice strong candle out of this W pattern the last time. Yeah, it was yesterday. And it looked as if we were going to break out and head up to the top of the trading range, but we got rejected, which is, we got rejected. And when a bullish pattern prints and you consistently get rejected, that is very bearish. I'm just going to be honest. That is what qualifies as a bearish sort of scenario. Failed breakouts to the upside and then repeated breakdowns, right? So we had this X pattern. We broke down from it after that W reversal, that strong W pattern. We broke down. We did our typical ABC correction. Here's the A, here's the B, here's the C. Let's draw it out for those of you who can't see. I know a lot of you are listening, but still, ABC corrections, basically you go down, up, down if you're on the way down, if the trend is down, and if the trend is up, it's the opposite. It's up, down, up. Where the heck is this? Oh, here it is. I don't know why I can't find these quickly. All right, so here's the ABC correction I'm talking about right there. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, once that was complete, you then resume your, whatever you typically do. So if you're going down, you're going down. If you're going up, you're going up. If you're going to reverse, what do you have to do first? You have to go sideways and accumulate a bit. So these are those X ranges that I keep referring to. If you study Elliott wave analysis, you'll know about those X ranges. And so here, mini X range and a huge markup, right? Let's see how big that was. That was this morning at 9 a.m. We had a 5% pump, essentially, in the span of an hour. And immediately following that, you get a drawdown of 6%, 6.3%, right? That's bearish. Except that in the context that this happened, it's bullish. And this is what I'm explaining, right? I'm not a perma bull. I'm just reading the charts. I'm using pattern recognition. I don't have a crystal ball. I do not know what's going to happen. I'm just looking at, based off of what I'm seeing, what patterns are likely to play out, okay? And I'm just using the charts. I'm not using any off-chain or on-chain data, any sort of fundamental data. That is another discussion, purely from the charts. Given that we're trading within a range that's accumulative, right? It looks as if, we've been following the rules of accumulation, testing the tops and the bottoms of the range, well-defined horizontal range, test to the bottom, and test down past the bottom. This is what we call a bear trap. It's a spring. It's the spring phase of Wyckoff accumulation. Go look it up if you don't know what I'm talking about. But price action will do, it'll go below the actual range, the lower limit of the range, to scare people into selling and thinking that the price will continue downwards. And following that, you get a markup. This is why you're seeing some YouTubers saying, or some analysts, YouTubers, whatever, saying this is the best time to buy. Not financial advice. I do believe that any time's a good time to buy Bitcoin if you're going to buy Bitcoin or any other asset in this space, especially when you're close to support, right? That's a support buy. You want to buy on support, sell on at resistance. You want to buy when everybody's freaking out, fear and greed. Fear index is high, greed index is low. That's a good time to buy, even if we were to go lower. Two reasons. One, before going lower, we'd probably go high, or we'd probably go up first, then continue lower. Two, if we were to continue higher, and this is indeed a bear trap, meaning it's a fake out to the downside only for a resumption upwards, then this is the ideal time to buy. This is the lowest price you're going to get. So those are the two reasons I think it is probably a good idea. Difficult to get an entry if you're leverage trading, right? Because you got to protect your investment and put some stops and not get stopped out. And price is super volatile right now. It's going up and down like a yo-yo. So good luck with that. But if you're just buying and holding, anytime around now is a good time to buy. Because if indeed we're going back to the downside, like I said, we're likely to get some upwards price action to confirm that. Another rejection. Upon that rejection, then you can sell out of your position if you want to. Or if we're not going to reject, then you just bought a great low buy. But this is looking like a characteristic spring phase of Wyckoff accumulation, where you go, sort of, and breach that downside, that lower limit of your trading range. And from here on out, and we saw this in July, I believe. Basically, let's zoom out in a second, and we're going to see if we saw exactly the same thing last time we had Wyckoff accumulation after our big drawdown that lasted 3 months. But anyway, this is what we're seeing, and it's likely to do something like this. Again, it's likely. I don't have a crystal ball. I don't know if it's wrong. Sue me. I'm just saying what I see on the charts. It's likely to do something like this, like a drunk kind of progression upwards. Really drunk. Bitcoin's drunk. And then once I feel like once it breaches this POC, this point of control, this red line, which is basically a really important point. It's where we've been rejected many times. Here, let me just finish this out and then I can keep talking. Okay, here at this W pattern, we were rejected. We were rejected again when we tried again. We were rejected again when we tried again. That would be the fourth time. And those of you who are subscribed to the channel will know a lot of times in technical analysis, it's not the third time, but the fourth time that's a charm. So this may be when we finally do breach this point of control, this huge resistance that we formed at about 46.2 to make our way upwards and out of the channel. And you would see explosive action just like we saw in July. Okay, now let's zoom out and see what the heck happened last time we had Wyckoff accumulation down here, because this is kind of the mini version and we still have it drawn out. Let's make these lines a little thicker to see what we're talking about. And this is recent history, right? Started with a drawdown, huge draw. We're on the daily, by the way. Started with a huge drawdown mid-May and ended with the spring in late July. And so what happened? You see, this was bearish, very bearish. Very few tests to the upside, right? This is a trading range and price is pretty much slinking very drunkenly, right? That's why you can't necessarily determine the overall trend once price is within these accumulative ranges, because these ranges are characteristically defined by slow moving, drunken price action. It's not explosive. So it's easy to get, really like bearish looking, ugly looking price action where you would say, I can only conclude that this is bearish price. We're going down to zero, but not necessarily. There's low volume in these trading ranges. And once you breach them, it's over. And think about what it is. It's accumulation. Do you want to accumulate high or low? Obviously low. Wyckoff talked about the composite man. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look it up. It'll take you 2 seconds to Google. And the composite man is looking for these times to buy, because smart money likes to buy low. Smart money likes to buy when people are fearful. Smart money likes to buy when the price is depressed. Not when it's at all-time high, not when everybody's talking about it on the news, when people are thinking about getting out altogether. That's when smart money buys. 1, because the price is low. 2, because that's the only time they can buy. Think about it. When you're making these large orders for Bitcoin and you have millions of dollars, billions of dollars, you don't have enough liquidity. There's not enough Bitcoin, there's not enough Ethereum, there's not enough of these underlying assets to buy when everybody is longing the asset. They need you to sell for them to buy. They need you to be fearful and let go and say, you know what, it's been a good run, for them to have enough to buy. I hope everybody understands. That's why it's not a bad time to buy, even if we're going lower, because you will be able to see very clearly with the retest to the upside that we're going lower. But here, in this example that we had just a few months ago, you see the price action sucked. And once we hit that spring, what happened? It was off to the races. We had, I can't even count how many days. Let's do this really quick with the tool. We pretty much had 47 days up, more or less, right? Obviously, we had some days down here. We had some days down here, but we had 47 days, a month and a half of overall up-only action. This is why be careful of selling your positions right now. I'm not saying for a fact that this is going to play out in the same way, but again, this is very much the same looking kind of price action as we saw just a few months ago. Drunken, ugly, bearish. It's accumulation, right? So I hope that was helpful. I hope that was useful. Like if you got value. Subscribe to the channel if you're not. And I appreciate you guys. If you want to support the channel, do like and subscribe and share. But also, if you're not signed up for KuCoin, KuCoin is a centralized exchange that I really like. I do my trading on there, my leverage trading on there, as well as some spot buying. There are a lot of cool coins on there that you can't get many other places other than some decentralized exchanges. So if you want to support the channel, go ahead and use my referral link for KuCoin, and that would be helpful. All right, thanks guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.